Okay, hi Kimberly. So I'm looking at this here, and I have the subtool selected for the eye, and so probably one of the first things I want to do. I mean, I can probably Shift F and look at this. I mean, this has got a lot of geometry on it, but it's not too bad. I don't think. I'm gonna here. Let me hold this over here. Uh, 11,000. I might do a Z remesher just to get it down. So we're geometry, Z remesher. We'll click half, and we'll click Z remesher. Let's see what it does. And click Z remesher again with this half selected. It's not too bad. And then let's see. And then I'm looking at what we have here for our design for it. Okay, so probably want to take this and let's see. I'm going to select the subtool. The iris is good. We can leave that. No, the iris is here. Here's an iris. And what is that made out of? I don't know, but I'm going to click half and then Z remesher for this too. Okay. And then what I want to do with that is all of these I want to create a UV map. Like, let's see, if I go down here and let's see what kind of UV map it creates. If I do this, if I go to UV map and then I go to create, how about UVS spherical? And what's it do? And then I go to what? Adjust. Is that right? If I go here to Z plugin, UV master, unwrap. What's it do? UV master, unwrap. I want to see it. Go to flatten. And here it is. That works. Okay. Unflatten. And then I'll go ahead and select subtool. What? Pupil. Oh, iris. Go to UV master, unwrap. And then if we go to flatten, what does that look like? I'll make this not visible so I can see it. I think that works. Okay. Then I go to the next one, pupil, Z plugin, UV master. Wait, I'll go to iris, go to Z plugin, unflatten. And then I'll go to pupil. You'll make that not visible. It takes pupil. Go to Z plugin, unwrap, Z plugin, flatten. What's that look like? I think that's right. I mean, that's going to be just black anyways, except for that shine on it, right? And then Z plugin, go back to unflatten. Go to tail, Z plugin, unwrap, Z plugin, flatten. Okay, that looks good. I can do that. All right, Z plugin, unflatten. Okay, so from this point, if I'm going with my eyeball, I want to add geometry, and I'll go here to divide, divide. No. Sorry, I don't need that there. Control Z, Control Z. All right, subtool, I, and then I'll click geometry, and I'll click divide, divide. Shift F. And I don't know, maybe we'll divide one more time, and then I'll go, so I want to make sure my other subtool is available, is visible. And from this point, with the I2, I'm going to switch my material to basic material, so it's white. And then I'm going to go to polypaint, colorize, and then I'm going to go to, let's see, this color, green. And this green is actually more on the blue side there. Go to color, fill object. And then what I want to do is, I got Z add-on, I'll do RGB, and then I'll make my draw size like real small. Actually, what I want to do is I want to go to, yeah, we'll do it this way. Draw size real small. Let's see, power 22. And then this green will be a darker green. And I'll go Control Z. I'll do a RGB intensity, turn this down to like 49. My Z I'll turn down a little bit. My draw size I'll turn down. And then I'm going to try this. Here, I'm going to bring this. So I have this on my, let's see, transform, where's my symmetry? It's on here. I don't need my symmetry on. I'm going to draw these one at a time. Start from here. And I'm probably using my brush, my tablet would work better because I want that pressure sensitivity on. Holding Alt will pan. see, raise the intensity, put that back on. Something high like this. 22. All right, and then I've already UV mapped this one, so let's see what we got here. We got subtool iris, and the iris I want to go to poly paint and then colorize, and then I want to fill that with this blue color. Color, fill object, and then with this, like you can actually use even this picture to put it right on it. Like the picture that you've given me. We've already made a UV map for it, but I'm going to do this anyway. So I'm going to go, at the moment I'm not going to add. I'm just going to do RGB, and then I'm going to do a darker blue. S will be my brush size, and I'll do like a, this has got the symmetry down here. So there we go. We got that. And then I'll do an S here and do it right around the outside. All right. And then I'm going to do a, then I'll start doing like a Z sub. And I'm going to turn off my, well, we'll do this. We'll do some of these. Oops. I'm going to do a geometry, divide, divide, divide. Nah, I think that's not really all that great. And I'll turn off. Okay, then I'll put it on this lower. Let's see, back up here. And I'll go. And then I'll turn off this, and I'll turn this back on this lower color. And here. And click S, turn this back up. Turn off my symmetry. This here, go on lower. And then up here, going lighter. Lower. All right, and then I had some of these here. All right, and then finally we'll select subtool, this pupil, pupil geometry. We'll click divide a few times, and then we'll click poly paint, and then we'll click colorize, and then we're going to make this fill with black, color, fill object with black. No, RGB intensity, put that on 100, color, fill object black. There we go. That's good. And then what I'm going to do is go to white. And then right here, I'm just going to do RGB at 100. And I'm going to go. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my activate symmetry, black again, and then I'm going to go S, turn this up a little bit, and so from here, no, I'll turn it back down. There we go, and I'm going to turn this up, and then this one. all the way down. Okay, so that's what I have. And then let's see. Let's look at, you know, honestly, you can just take these and open them up, and I'll show you that in a minute too. If you're not liking any of this, I'll show you another method. Subtool, I'm looking for the tail. Tail, we did a UV map for it, very good. So we will go to Poly Paint, Colorize. I'm going to fill this tail with fill this tail with is that what that was? Something on the side of that? I don't know. The tail we will fill with a little bit of color. This is also a green, dark green, right? Color, fill object. And don't forget to click geometry, divide. There we go. And then if we want to, we could put like, you could put stuff going down it, like a darker green here, and go do sub. No. Thin one. Turn off symmetry. Doing this with your tablet, we can get a better result. What is this? So let's take a look at subtool. Is this the iris? Yeah. The iris has got something going on here. So this is M and T for move topological. Turn on my thing. I'm going to turn off RGB, and I'm just going to move all this down. We don't need that. In fact, let's make the eye not visible, and let's see what's up here. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the tail not visible, and then I'm going to select this whole area of this. I'm going to go to hold Control, and then click and drag, and then I'm going to go down to split. I want to give me a split unmasked or split masked iris. Do I have to go down to geometry? Do I have to turn this down to 1? Subtool. Split mask points. So here we are. Iris 1 is now down here. Iris 1, I will click delete. This is not undoable. Okay. Back to iris. And geometry I can put back up to that level. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so first things first. First things first, I want to go to Z plugin. Here, where is this? There we go. Go to Z plugin, subtool master, save Z tool. Call it I2, that's good. Do I replace? Yes. All right. So we've made these. First things first, we're going to we've saved it. I'm going to export it. I want to do a let's start with I2. Geometry. Put this down on 1. And then I'm going to click export. I'm going to save this here in I got your folder for you. I'm going to call this I enter. So this will be eyeball. Export it as an OBJ. Save. Subtool. I'll go to tail. Geometry. Add down to 1. Export. Tail. Save. Go to iris. Down to subdivision level 1. Export. Pupil. Geometry down to subdivision level 1. And export. Pupil. All right. Now we're going to look at Z plugin multi-map exporter. Texture from polypaint and displacement. And if I go to export options for displacement map, I want to make sure I have on smooth UV, 32-bit EXR. I think that's it. And for subdivision level 1. Okay, then I'll go ahead and go to Z plugin, create all maps. This is for pupils, so I'll click save, okay. Did it just do for pupil or did it do for everything? Let's take a look. All right, so I think I have to go back up, do iris. Oh, should I do this? Export maps for visible Z plugin. So we want this part where it says subtools. Export for all subtools. So I'm going to get rid of the one I made before for pupils. Delete. All right. So I'm going to try this again. Z plugin. See where it says subtools. It says export maps for visible subtools. Create all maps. They're all visible. All maps created and exported. If I look here, can see it. I got tail TM for texture map. That's got the color information. I got the tail DM for the displacement map. Here's a tail. Here's a pupil, iris, eyeball, textures. Very cool. So let's take a look at the iris, because I wanted to show you something with that. If I go to iris TM, right click, I can go to open with. Should have Photoshop on here. I don't. Let's have them put it on. All right, well, we'll try this. Anyway, you sent me this image of it. Here I've opened it in Paint. But you can open this up in Photoshop and it'll show you. This is the part where we've painted. And if you put this picture that you sent me, which is well, it's this picture here. And you can take that, cut it, and put it onto this image in Photoshop. I'm sure that you know how to do that. If you don't know, I can show you later. I just don't have Photoshop on here right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up Maya and apply this stuff. But you can replace that on there if you wanted to, that picture. So let's take a look at